Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone has a great Thursday. And today, I would like to welcome you again to Prop Zone by IQI. And as you know, recently the headlines is none other than the flood that has been we have seen on Facebook, Malaysia, Guinea, all newspaper, and so many of us are shocked. Okay, I think this flood has claimed more than 50 lives up to now, and the worst part of it is we probably are not to the end of the monsoon season. So the topic today is how can we protect our house from the flood, in this coming monsoon season. So we are very glad, we are actually very honored to have the chance to invite Andrew Hooi, who has been to be the principal and also the founder of Smart Choice Solution, and share with us some of the common questions we might have about home insurance, about how to protect our property, in this monsoon season. So before I want to kickstart the session by asking him some of the questions, then let me just do a short introduction about Andrew. So let me just pull out his file quickly. So Andrew has been in the financial industry for more than 20 years. Okay, his company Smart Choice Solution is currently located at Damansara Intan, PJ. Okay, he has been with AIA for more than 20 years as well, and also he's Malaysian mortgage champion. All right, in the year of 2017, 2018, and all the way to 2020. Okay, so he's also the head of BNI Malaysia Events Council in the year of 2020 and 2021, also an organizing chairman. So he, with his vast experience, okay, I would like to invite him and share with us the insight in related to the recent flood events. Okay, I think the question in our mind is how are we uh, adequate protected against all these natural disasters, especially for the flood. So the first question I want to bring up to you is that okay, there are so many type of home insurance, house insurance, MRTA, MLTA. I think for the normal layman on the streets, they got confused. And with their existing policy now, they are not sure whether they insured the right thing. And even they are they insured adequately? So can you share with us, Andrew, what can you differentiate the type of insurance that I mentioned? Huh? Over to you, Andrew.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you again, Sean, for inviting me for sharing with all of you. Good evening. Okay, like what Sean mentioned, what is the difference between a fire insurance, house owner, and house owner insurance? Okay, so first, our home is the most expensive asset in our lifetime. So let's see how to protect our asset. So like what the first one is the house owner insurance. So after our housing loan approved, we need a MRTA or MLTA. So MRTA means mortgage reducing term insurance. The MLTA, mortgage level term assurance also. All this to protect our house just in case the house owner death or total permanent disability. That is the coverage for the house owner insurance. Then the second will be the fire insurance. Fire insurance for our house, just a basic fire insurance coverage only. Just cover cost of maybe like lighting, fire, explosion, maybe bursting and overflowing the water tank or piping also. So fire insurance is compulsory, need to be insured by bank. Then after that, the housing loan fully settled already, then the house owner need to buy for themselves. But most of the case, if the house owner didn't buy the fire insurance, then will not be covered also. Okay, then for the fire insurance for the flood coverage, just cover the damage for the building. So if you have because some of the fire insurance in the bank also not cover the flood, so better ask, see the policy contract or the fire or the financial advisor also, seek your financial advisor. Then some of the house owner, if they want to extend the special periods like the landslide, because previously the landslide happened in the Bukit Antara Bangsa. I think Sean, you heard before.
Yeah,
That one
yeah, the
very
Highland Tower.
Yes. Because the cost of the landslide only 0.01% means if the house worth about 1 million, only cost about 810 ringgit only. Okay, so the third is a house content insurance. The house content insurance, which do not provide by the bank, but the house owner need to buy from them for themselves. What is a house content? For the house, example like aircon, built-in cabinet, lighting, fridge, microwave, furniture, TV, computer, and washing machine. That is a house content. So total, we have 3. Just how you mentioned just now, Sean.
Okay. So to summarize what Andrew has said, I think to give a quick recap is that MLTA and MRTA is to protect the person, is to insure the person who actually still paying for the house loan. Okay, in case of something happen to the person, the loan shall be settled by either the MLTA or the MRTA payout. But when it comes to fire, which is the most basic one, and also the house owner policy that is protect against other disaster. And the last one, the householder is the content in the house, right? Like the appliances that you mentioned. Okay. So just quick question, Andrew. If I have a Rolex in the house and I want to buy a householder insurance, for the contents one, do I have to take a photo and show the receipt to the insurer?
Yes, correct. Like what you say, like Sean, you got a lot of Rolex in the house. I saw a lot also. So you need to take a photo and submit to the insurance company. Then they will give you a quotation on the insurance premium. Then beside that, not only the Rolex, maybe you got the antique at home, maybe got a painting with worth about 1 million or 2 million. Yes, you need to take a photo. Then after that, send to the insurance company for the quotation for the premium also.
Okay. So based on the fire, homeowner, and also the householder insurance, how are the premium calculated?
Okay. For the fire insurance, we divide to 2. Number 1 is the landed, means the double story, bungalow. Yes, the rate about 0.116 means 1 million, which costs about 1,160 ringgit. Okay, if condo, the rate slightly higher, 0.119. So if worth 1 million means the cost about 1,190 ringgit. Okay, but for fire insurance, which is not include the landslide. Like what I say, landslide, if the rate about 0.81% of your sum assured. If your house, the sum I mentioned, is 1 million, only cost 810 ringgit only to include the landslide. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So is there any difference? Just like I mentioned, the strata and the individual is that the landed will be slightly cheaper compared to the high-rise building. Okay.
Yes, correct, Sean.
Okay. I think some of the audience now, they may already enter a stage there, the flood has affected them, maybe have damaged their property. What are the claim process for this? Is it a very troublesome one, or is the government doing something in advising all the insurer to make it the claim process to be a lot simpler?
Okay, for the claim process for the fire insurance first. So the more important, you immediately inform your financial advisor or the insurance company. So now they can call their hotline number or email to them also. So recently, a lot of financial institutions like banks or insurance company, then they are make the faster processing. Faster processing means you just need to report the police report. Then after that, without the lot adjuster come over to investigation, then the claim will be paid. But the normal procedures like what I mentioned, not like fire insurance. So normally is you need to inform the insurance company first. Then after that, the loss adjuster will come to your house to investigation, take photo. Then after that, you need to submit the claim form with the to the insurance company. Then they will investigation. Then after that, we'll pay the amount already.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Actually, just to highlight a bit, just now when we had I had a conversation with Andrew also. Sometimes a lot of people confused when they actually buy a fire insurance for their, for example, they are staying in a double-story house. Let's say the value of the house is 1 million, okay, and the land value is actually up to 400,000. Let's say 400,000 for the land. Or actually, they only need to insure 600,000 because this is the cost of reconstructing the building in the event of fire. Because we know that in the event of fires, the land will still be there. We only need the 600,000 to reconstruct the house. Of course, as you know, inflation is kicking in. You have been insured the same amount for the past 15, 20 years. Perhaps it's time to look at the policy because all the material cost has gone up tremendously. The labor cost also has gone up a lot. And maybe you need to do some review for the policy as well. Okay, so
Correct,
this is what
correct.
we had, just to highlight what we had discussed before or behind the scene before we actually
Yeah.
come online.
Maybe to add
So
on this,
yeah,
because maybe 10 years ago, our Bandar Utama house maybe worth about 500,000 or 600,000. Now easily can up to 1.5 to 2 million. Actually, a lot of people still buy the fire insurance at 500 or 600 sum assured. Actually, you need to upgrade your fire insurance or the sum assured to 1.5 or 2 million. If you're underinsured, means the insurance company will pay under value value to you
they will
also.
not pay you
So
the
the
full
claim will
value of
not
the.
be full also. So actually you need to up to date with the market value. You can check your market value first.
Okay, okay. So the other things, some of the common question they ask is, for example, I was not affected by the flood recently. But I look at the newspaper, I become very scared because, as you know, natural disaster like flood, they could strike anytime they want. So
Yes.
halfway, even I have fire insurance now. The fire insurance is only cover the fire; it doesn't include the flood. Can I add the flood protection to my policy in the middle?
Okay. So at the middle cannot must when the renewal period expired, then you only allowed to add on the flood rider. Like what you say mentioned at the middle, we cannot do this. So must be renewal time. So like our flood recently just go to, I mean, happen in the Klang, then Selim
Remuda
Buddha,
Shalam,
yeah, Shah Alam. Then
yeah.
after that, we come Merdeka also got, I think recently, last few days, go to Segamat already. Wow, so
Yeah, Malacca as
if
well.
possible, better insure I mean, special periods, like flood also.
Okay, so we need to wait for renewal date.
Yes, must wait
And
for when you renew it.
is there a possibility that the insurance company might not take in if the people or the customer actually are staying in this flood-prone area? Okay,
Yes, correct. So
there's a possibility.
recently, I think in the Shah Alam, you want to insure, even though expired date already, you need to include. I scared some of the insurance company do not wish to include this rider also because got flood before. So you can
Okay,
check with the insurance company or the financial advisor first, see whether they're allowed to insure or not.
okay, okay. So other than property, I think as you say, property is probably our most expensive asset we might acquire in our lifetime. But other than that, I think secondary is none other than the car. All right, since you're here, I would like to pick your mind on the motor insurance as well, because what we have seen, the flood has not damaged the house, the appliances, but there has also damaged, I think up to now, there are more than 50,000 cars
Yes.
are affected by the flood. So, how do we check whether our car insurance will pay out in the event of like this? What are the things we need to buy?
Okay, can. So before come to the motor insurance, just now come to my mind. A lot of the house owner, when the flood, they're not that to go out because they scared people come to steal their house content. Actually, if you have the house content insurance, you just left the house. If the thing stole or damaged by the flood, yes, it's insured already, so you will not worry on this. So whatever that you insured, you put in the list in the house content will be paid. So this one, just one I want to add on, like what Sean just now you mentioned on the motor insurance, whether covered the flood or not during this period. If you did not include the special perils, means covered the like flood, storm, landslide, earthquake, maybe the tree drop to your car. Yes, that is under special perils. But if you do not include this rider, so insurance company will not pay on this.
Okay.
So how much the premium on this? Actually, maybe I explain a little bit. Different insurance company, different rate. The rate about 0.2% to 0.45. Means if the sum assured about 100,000, mean cost about 200 to 450 on your premium, which not include the SST and the stamp duty.
Okay, the SST is 6%, the stamp duty is 10 ringgit, right?
Yes, correct.
Which is negligible. So I think against is about to add on halfway. Can they add on halfway for their car? My car is not damaged by flood, but I saw the news. I'm very scared.
Yes,
Can I add the special peril halfway before renewal date?
The car motor insurance, yes, we can add halfway. But the insurance company, what they were going to do is they ask you to take a photo, front, back, left, or right of the photo of the car. Just make sure no accident, no flood. Yes, then only will insure.
But if the car is thoroughly clean and fixed, how can they tell whether the car has been in the flood before?
As long as you take the photo, if the insurance company,
but if the underwriter accept it, they might take you in.
Yes, correct. But don't today insured, then tomorrow or next week you go and claim. Definitely they will investigation already. After the loss adjuster come to investigation, they will see when this car is it got flooded or not or damaged or not. Then if the investigation is complete without any queries, yes, the insurance company will pay your insurance premium also or the claim. Like just now you mentioned, insurance, the car insurance got 3 types. Like we call comprehensive insurance. Only comprehensive insurance can include the special perils like flood, landslide, all these things. If happen, your car insurance, because some of the people need to save some money, maybe they just bought the third-party fire and theft or third-party covered only. These two cannot add the special perils. If happen or your car damage, will not be paid.
Understood.
A lot of people say the comprehensive is one that cover everything, but the third party one just covered the other car driver that you damage like this.
Yeah, so third party is basically indemnify your liability to third party per se lah. Okay, you bang other people's car, other people's car damage, whatever loss incurred, okay, is covered by the third party. But for your own, you need to cover yourself lah. All right.
Yes, correct.
So pretty much I think we have covered what we have. So basically, there are in terms of property protection, the fire is the most basic one. Then subsequently, you can purchase a house owner policy to protect yourself protect your house against other natural disaster, especially flood at this moment. The householder insurance will be protects all the contents inside the house. The appliances Andrew that mentioned, expensive watches, painting, antiques, and so on and so forth. Of course, the car, all right, you must have a comprehensive insurance in order for you to add in the special perils. The special peril is protect against flood and other landslide or the tree falling, all right, drop on your cars, damage your car. And the premium will be looking at 0.2% to 0.4, 0.45. So it will cost you maybe about 200 to 450 ringgits to insure for 100,000 worth of car. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So with this, I think we have pretty much come to an end. Is there anything you want to add, Andrew?
Okay, thank you so much. So just to make sure your house and your car protected. All the best.
All right. Okay, all the best. Before I end, I just want to reiterate against what have Andrew has shown us and shared with us. In the event of natural disaster strike, especially flood now, property, whether it's a house, whether it's a car, comes second. All right, run for your life because the rest of the things is secondary. I hope in this season everyone stays safe and we'll have a better 2022. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Andrew, again for being here. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Bye.